Hello there again. So this time we're going to find the horizontal asymptotes of rational functions. Okay, so when we're finding horizontal asymptotes, there are basically three things we are looking for. And that's the comparison of the degrees of the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so depending on the degrees of the numerator and the denominator, we are going to do one of three things. So in this first example, notice that this top part has a degree of 1 and the denominator has a degree of 2. So in this case, the degree of the denominator is greater than the degree of the numerator. Okay, said to be bottom heavy. Okay, the graph is bottom heavy because the power on the bottom is larger than the power on top. So whenever this is the case, whenever we have a rational function that is bottom heavy, you're automatically going to have y equals 0 as the horizontal asymptote. Okay, that x-axis is where you're going to find the asymptote for every single bottom heavy function. Anytime the degree on the bottom is bigger than the degree on the top, you have a y equals 0 asymptote. So this case, the next one, we have a top degree of 2 and a bottom degree of 2. So notice that the degree of the denominator is equal to the degree of the numerator. Okay, so this one is neutral. It's not top heavy or bottom heavy. So what we do in this case is we look to the coefficients of your variables. Okay, so the top has a coefficient of 3. Actually, that looks ugly. Let me erase it. The top has a coefficient of 3. The bottom has a coefficient of 1. So what we want to do in this case is we divide the top by the bottom. And whatever that happens to be is going to be the equation for your horizontal asymptote. In this case, y equals 3 over 1, or simply y equals 3. 3 divided by 1 is 3. So remember, this is the equation of your horizontal asymptote. Okay, and then the third one, the third option, is that we notice that the top in this case has a 3 and the bottom has a 1. So remember, we're just looking at the degree, not the coefficient, but the degree. So in this case, the denominator is less than the numerator. In other words, this is called top heavy. The polynomial on top has a larger degree than the polynomial on the bottom. So whenever this happens, and always when this happens, you're going to write down none. There is no horizontal asymptote if the rational function is top heavy. So those are your options: y equals 0, y equals some other number, or none for your horizontal asymptote.